Hello, I'm Ross Macleod from the RNLI's water safety team, here to give you a few top tips about how to stay safe near open water with this upcoming good weather. Number one is to always try and find a supervised location. Now, if you're heading inland, this could be a supervised lake, a lido, an aqua park, but if you're heading to the coast, try and head to a lifeguarded beach, and when you're there, swim between the red and yellow flags. And this is the safest area on that day defined by lifeguards, where you can go swimming and bodyboarding under their supervision. So you've always got a trained professional on hand should something go wrong. Next up, if you fancy a bit of paddleboarding or kayaking or surfing, try and find the black and white flags. And this is the area specifically designed for hardcraft to keep you away from the swimmers. The other flags to look out for are the orange windsock, which will signify there's an offshore wind. So that's when the wind is blowing from the beach out to sea, which can be really dangerous if you're out at the coast with inflatable toys, as they can end up out to sea very quickly. So in the event of an offshore wind, please keep the inflatables on the beach. The final one is a red flag, which, like in many things in life, means danger. So please chat to the lifeguard if you're unsure about what the problem is, but please do keep out of the water if you see a red flag. The second thing is about knowing what to do in an emergency. And if you find yourself in difficulty in the water, remember, float to live. Now, quite simply, tilt your head back in the water with your ears submerged and relax and try and get control of your breathing. And then you can use your arms and your legs to gently tread water and try and relax until help arrives. And don't worry if your legs sink, we all float differently. So the key advice is to practice and to find your float in a controlled environment like a swimming pool, to find out what floating looks and feels like for you before you need to use it in an emergency. And this could be quite simply you've been swept out of your depth by a rip current, you've fallen in accidentally, or you've been overcome by something called cold water shock, which is a physiological reaction which happens when you have a sudden change in skin temperature. So you go from hot air into cold open water, and this can cause uncontrollable gasping, an increase in heart rate, and general panic, and can sadly lead to drowning very quickly, even for an experienced swimmer. So whatever the situation is where you find yourself in difficulty, remember, float to live. The other one is knowing what to do in an emergency situation where you see somebody else struggling in the water. And this is quite simply call, tell, throw. Call 999 and ask for emergency services. And if you're at the coast, you're asking for the Coast Guard. Tell that person in the water to relax, to flip onto their back and to float. And the third one is throw them something buoyant. So this could be a piece of public rescue equipment like a throw line or a rescue ring, or anything you've got to hand that can help keep them afloat, such as an inflatable football or a drinks bottle with the lid on that's just got a little bit of buoyancy that can help them relax and stay calm until help arrives. The final thing to remember, particularly for those of you that are looking to try paddleboarding over the next few days, is to remember that these craft can be very affected by the wind, so you can get blown out to sea very, very quickly. So always make sure you're wearing an appropriate buoyancy aid should you find yourself in the water, and you've got a means of calling for help should you need it. And this could be quite simply taking your mobile phone with you in a waterproof pouch attached to yourself, so you can call for help if you find yourself offshore or in the water unexpectedly. Thanks for listening. Have a great time this summer and enjoy yourselves wherever you are.